Today we are fishing in southern Wisconsin on Okauchee Lake, which is in Waukesha County. It was a fairly slow night of fishing, but we did spend a lot of time testing out this CanFish Fishing CamX camera, which I just received as a gift from two of my kids. We'll show you some of the more interesting shots that this camera got, and show you exactly how we rigged it up. That's Mike, he's my good friend and lifelong fisherman, and he's the guy that got me back into fishing. And I'm Matt, I'm the video and music guy. Alright, before we get on the water, let's take a look at the details.
Deep in the shadow of the Wisconsin pines, we're watching the bobbers taking our time. We made time for this with no regrets, but Okauchee, you're keeping your lake country secrets.
Alright, we're launching 5:33 Okauchee.
We are going to try in the bay first, as last year we had a few hits and a few fish on. And then we're going to move into the open waters. Beautiful night, not too hot. Temperature of the water is about 78 degrees. And temperature of the air is a little cooler, I think.
I got this CanFish camera for my birthday from my oldest two, so we're gonna give this a try as well. Hopefully we'll get a nice dynamic shot of a bass striking either Mike's or my lures on that thing.
Look at how this thing moves, look at it.
Oh, is that a Rapala?
Yeah.
Mike, we just had one on, I'm not sure what time it is.
Yeah, the time is, what is the time? 6 o'clock, right on the button. Had a strike there, not a very big fish, but it's always fun to have a strike. Too bad it was a miss.
Lost the tension on it.
It's Pike. Got a Pike.
Alright. And of course it's on the rooster tail. There it is. Alright. Let's hold this one up. Out of belly, we'll get an underwater shot too. There we go.
First fish of the day. About a 12, 13 incher. She was like 8 inches long. 8-inch long pike. There must be a lot of little pike in here.
Well, that's what we caught last time.
We should just hold the position and see what happens here.
Just a little north of the bridge here. We got a lot of ducks right here. We're getting a lot of hits, and the fish hit the camera, so I'm really anxious to see that footage. So we're gonna hang out here for a bit. And we can't go fishing without our fish inspector. There she is. That's Roxy.
I think that's what's been hitting all these lures, because they hit aggressively. Look, Roxy. It's about as long as your snout. It's about 6.5 inches. Using the new measurement tool that Matt purchased for our boat apparatus here. But caught on the Shad Rap, the Rapala Shad Rap.
It's a Shad Rap. Cool.
Actually, it's, yeah, jointed Shad Rap. Jointed Shad Rap 5.
I got this today, and it got a really nice hit, but it came off. So it's an urchin lure that it's all the rage. So we're gonna throw this back in the water, see how this goes. All right, 7:17. We haven't really gotten to the main lake yet. We're just still in that channel. We're really noticing that there's just tons of activity on this lake. By far the most activity we've seen on a lake this year. I mean, there's just boats everywhere. Restaurants are packed. Lots of activity even at people's homes. A lot of people just sitting out on their decks. The fishing has been a little bit slower than we thought it was going to be. Definitely gotten some bites, but there's probably been about 4 total bites that have come off. We're not hooked. At least that, actually. So hoping to start pulling some fish in.
No comment. I think we got to head out more from all this busyness, but it's kind of nice. being on the water and listening to all this music, like this good saxophone player over here. People enjoying themselves. There's bars and grills everywhere, so if you don't catch any fish to eat, you can actually take your choice of about 5 restaurants, all within about 10 minutes. Salut.
All right, I think here's a good time to tell you a little bit more about this CamX camera and how we've got this set up. We're using a 6.5-foot medium-heavy fast-action Daiwa rod with the LT4000C spinning reel. The main line on the reel is a 30-pound high-vis braid using a 100-pound snap swivel that connects to the camera. And the line that goes from the camera to the lure is a 16-pound camouflage fluorocarbon. And that line serves as an 18-inch leader heading right to the lure, and it's connected to the camera with a 25-pound rated snap swivel. I certainly know that this probably isn't the best setup here, but for right now, this is what we're starting out with. If you have better ideas, we would love to hear them in the comments below. Let's take a look at some of the shots.
Yeah, you're the harbor where the outlaws would run. We're watching your ghost chase away the sun. From the clear glass surface to the floor of the deep old Okauchee, you're hiding your lake country secrets. Yeah, today you're holding tight to those lake country secrets.
I don't think that was too bad for our first time trying to use this guy. We'll keep trying to get some great shots with this, and we'll certainly share them with you as we get them. All right, 7:47. I'm done fishing with the camera, the CanFish camera. Probably spent too much time fishing with that, so now I gotta try to start really fishing.
What the heck?
First cast of the rooster tail again, and I got a little small, tiny little bass on. And
Panfish.
is panfish? I thought it was a little bass. Whatever it was, it came off. I thought it was a small largemouth.
Trying to get the camera straight.
Mike was trying to get the camera straight, and by that time,
Reel off.
we were just letting it go.
It's a bass.
I went down in size. I went to the crappie one, the crappie maps. So I went to the smaller one. There we go. I was on the number 2 maps.
Yeah, that's the one I have, but I have a bigger one.
Mike's got a nice bluegill. I just lost my meps too. Did you get the nightcrawler?
Cut the line. Yeah.
I must not have had my MEPS 2 snapped on properly because it just came off. I just lost it after catching the fish. I'm not very happy about that. It's about 8:35. We're slowing down here. Got a lot of bites tonight, but seems like a lot of stuff's not getting hooked. Not sure why. This paddle tail was getting hit several times, but I think they're just biting the tail of the thing where there's no hook down there. I don't know. Then I lost my MEPS 2. Actually, the spindle stayed on, but just the snap somehow busted off of the swivel. So I gotta get another MEPS 2. I had 3 casts with that thing. First cast, had a nibble, no fish. Second cast, caught a bass. Third cast, it was gone. We would be honored if you chose to subscribe to our channel as we continue fishing the lakes of southern Wisconsin. We'll see you on the water next time. God bless.
Yeah, you're starving our lines this Wisconsin night. The keepers are hiding, but we're feeling just fine. You can bury your monsters down in the deep, but Okauchee will keep chasing your lake country secrets. Yeah, we'll keep chasing your lake country secrets.